Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Big Hitters FPL podcast. It's a big episode this week, as it says on the PowerPoint, the dreaded Game Week 18. As you know, it's a weird time of the year for FPL because we've got obviously a half game week this week, or a blank game week this week, and a jumbo double next week. So to help us get through everything, we've got a special guest. Hello, Johnny.
Hello.
And we've got me, Jake, and Ludo as well.
Hello.
Hi, guys. So let's get into it with a review of Game Week 17. Of course, starting with Jake's team. How was it, Jake?
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. But even though I got 20 points above average, I think I did the worst out of the four of us. But I'm happy nonetheless. I mean, Leno with a clean sheet, I'm pretty happy. I'm kind of annoyed about Michael Keane not playing. I mean, yeah, hopefully. I mean, he would have only got 2 points anyway. But Justin, I'm disappointed in conceding as well. But otherwise, I think I've done pretty well. I think I chose the right captain in Son, getting the most points. And then Fernandes and Kane both did well as well. Neto getting an assist. And I think all-round it was a pretty decent week.
With James Justin, I saw a tweet that said he had lost 8 points in 30 seconds. So, of course, he lost his clean sheet, lost his bonus, and got a yellow card, I think.
Oh, yeah.
It was going so well. I was so happy when he got his clean sheet, but then, yeah.
Not a good few seconds for him. Ludo, how was your week?
So my week was, I'm happy that I got 1 point above Jake. That was my highlight of the week. I was very disappointed with my defence. Same situation with Jake as well. So neither Reguilon or Keane played, or Jamal Lewis. So that's quite worrying. That's a situation to sort out. But pretty happy with the captaincy. Happy with Kane, Souček as well. I put him on my bench initially, but then he came on for Che Adams.
You got lucky there.
Yeah, very lucky. And then and then Salah again. Very disappointing for a 12 million player. But other than that, I lost by 3 points in the cup, which is very annoying because I took a hit. But
let's see. So this is how I did. A big step up from Ludo and Jake. Pretty good. 90 points. I'll take that. Except for the fact I made a last-minute decision. These guys persuaded me to do a transfer out Charlie Taylor to Michael Keane, which I did, to make it a 12-point hit for the week, last minute. And yeah, that happened. Well, I will say credit to Keane. He made way for Kufal on my bench, so a good contribution there. Pretty solid defence actually, 6-6-7. I'll take that. Fernandes did well, Kane did well, Son captain, brilliant. Grealish and Neto did well as well. So I'm happy, except for the 12 hit, but I'm happy. And finally, Johnny, equal with me. How was your week?
I'm pretty happy with my team. A bit disappointed I got the same as Noah. A little disappointed in Tierney. Didn't think he got quite as many points as I was hoping for. Disappointed with my strikers. Only 2 points for both of them, but very pleased with Maddison, Son, Fernandes, obviously Tierney, Leno. I do want to say I'm also quite annoyed because over the past 2 weeks I transferred Reguilon and Taylor, who Reguilon hasn't played and Taylor just hasn't played as well. And this week I did Taylor for Reguilon. No, what it was? I took a 4 hit when I didn't need to, so that was slightly annoying. But other than that, no, pretty solid week.
Yeah.
Glad Noah on the hit. So
Yeah, Kieran Tierney.
got very lucky there, didn't I?
Yeah, I can't really argue though because Arsenal won 4-0, so you know.
Planned it all.
So moving straight on to the topic of the podcast, Game Week 18. Let's start by imagining we had our free hits, which none of us do, sadly. Don't need to touch upon that. But let's imagine you've got your free hit. Let's talk about some of the players you'd be targeting with said free hit? Any jump out at you, Jake?
Definitely any United players, because they've got Burnley gameweek 18, which is a good fixture. So Fernandez, who I already have, I think we all have, obviously, and then any City players against Brighton, both stand-up fixtures, I'd say. So if you go, I don't know, with any United or City players, I think you'll do pretty well.
Yeah, Manchester look a good.
Yeah. United are playing Burnley, so that's a obvious hopeful clean sheet. Obviously, you want Fernandez in there, maybe Kevin De Bruyne. But I'd also say just any player who's playing in game week 18 because there aren't many. So
yeah, fair enough.
I'd say a differential is also, doubling up on Newcastle players. For example, Sheffield United are looking very, very bad at this stage. So, Callum Wilson, perhaps, a defender as well. Newcastle defended really well against Liverpool. So, yeah, that's a differential.
I can understand why none of you have said it, but I will say Arsenal. I will say you've got Kieran Tierney. I've got Leno, of course. Lacazette, Saka.
Yeah, Lacazette's been good recently.
Yeah.
I think if I had to go with I've got Leno in goal, but if I had to go with another Arsenal player, I'd go with Saka probably.
Saka's also been really good. And another differential, you could say Emile Smith-Rowe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's
Cheapest
got
midfielder in the game.
He's got assists 3 times in a row. He's got a couple of goals, so it's all fun and games for him.
A couple of interesting fixtures that could go either way. So you've got the likes of who is it? Everton, Wolves, tough one. Tottenham, Villa, another tough one. Probably a lot of FPL assets from both those teams. But our special guest Johnny has spotlighted today, and he spotlighted the obvious Manchester United.
I know obviously Burnley isn't the best team in the world, but I think this is a both important game for both sides. Burnley looking to fight relegation, and Man United looking to go in front of Liverpool for the first time. So that'll be quite exciting. And in terms of FPL, I think Fernandez, Wan-Bissaka, and other Man United players would want to be taking advantage of that. And for if anyone's got Taylor in there, you maybe want a bit of a clean sheet. But I don't think that's happening.
I will just bring up some breaking news I've just seen, which is that Aston Villa have coronavirus now. They are the latest team to come down with it. Apparently they've got a large number of COVID cases. So
does that mean
that could be awful if Tottenham Villa's cancelled?
Yeah,
that could be awful, because that brings down Son as well. Well
yeah.
No.
I mean,
That's 4 of my players.
That's 3 of mine. Yeah.
That's 2 for me.
Mine.
But
That'll be catastrophic.
If they do cancel the game ahead of the deadline, then for me there's no other option but to wildcard.
Don't do it.
No.
Because
Ludo, don't do it. Don't do it, please.
Because I'm not. So on the bench, I mean, you'll see from my team for next week. But on my bench, I've got nobody's playing. I've got Son and Kane not playing now potentially, and even if my wild card, I could just do 2. I could do my wild card, but perhaps include 2 other players who will play in game week 18, and then do 2 transfers, which will take me to a 4 hit.
But you don't do a wild card to make 5 transfers. You do a whole team rearrange.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
you change out nearly every player.
but if Kane and Son are not playing, I'm expecting, that's a problem for all of us.
I want to bring up the quick point.
I've got Reguilon, so that's 3 players.
Yeah, but I was just about to bring that up, Ludo. If Aston Villa don't play, then I've just completely wasted 4 points because Reguilon hasn't played in the past 3 matches then. He didn't play because of COVID. He didn't play last week. And
it's hosting a party.
So it's getting... Yeah.
My advice, Ludo, is just don't wildcard. Hold on to it, because if you wildcard this week, you'll end up with a team that Yes, they'll play this week, but they won't. None of them have double fixtures next week, so
I mean, I will
take
be.
advantage of it.
The thing that is confirmed is that I will not. I'll be wildcarding latest game week 19.
Ludo, the thing is, if you haven't taken any hits this season, you'd probably be top of the league, top of all the leagues.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but
Wait, have we mentioned the 72 hit in one of these podcasts?
yeah.
Oh
we
yes,
did.
Johnny, we have.
Every week?
No, not every
We
week.
try.
I think so. Well, I've managed to
First
get
minute
it.
of the first podcast. Yeah. So for me personally, if Son and Kane and Grealish don't play, I'm just gonna have to take it on the chin.
Yeah.
Because I'm still in the better position than most managers, with 8 players playing.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
mean, people
I'll
didn't.
just leave it.
I'm not sure how many people planned ahead for game week 18.
Yeah, people
Uh,
like Finbar wouldn't have. So that this is a really crucial moment if I can overtake him.
I'm sorry, but we actually planned this so well. Like, let's imagine Villa Tottenham goes ahead. We've got, well, me anyway, I've got 11 players that will play this week. I didn't
Yeah,
even free hit.
same here. Yeah.
That is top class planning.
What hit did you take this week?
4.
Are you using your wild card next week?
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's pretty good. Fair play.
It will be
Very pleased with
interesting to compare our wildcard teams.
Yeah.
This is my chance to overtake Johnny, basically. Because you've got what, 7?
No, because I have a big plan for game week 19. I've got a
So
big.
have I. Wild card.
No, I'm using bench boost. Don't worry. You might overtake me, but
It'll be
I'll
short-lived.
pulling ahead.
It's getting close up at the top, though, in our league.
Yeah.
it's getting close. We're catching up to the big town.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on, let's talk about captaincy picks. There are 2 standout and then a few differentials. The 2 standouts, of course, being Bruno and KDB. Who will you be captaining, guys?
Well, I'm going Fernandez, seeing as he's been the most consistent, and I'm a United fan. So yeah, he'll be getting my captain pick.
Same for me, Bruno Fernandes. Away.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
For me, it's either going to be Fernandes or Rashford.
Yeah, for me,
Rashford.
definitely.
Yeah, Rashford is a differential which could go well, could not, but he's had quite a few chances, so hopefully he should reward.
I'm going Fernandez against Burnley. I mean, what could go wrong? And Ludo, weren't you going to captain Regulon a couple of weeks ago? What about that to us?
Yeah, well, yeah, the fixture actually got postponed. So
Wait, Noah, weren't you captaining Martinez as well?
yeah,
That was an idea.
Martinez has been so good this season. Either McCarthy or Martinez, top goalkeepers for FPL.
yeah.
I think it is actually really weird that all 4 of us have Leno. Like, that's really strange. He's done well.
I was planning to have Leno
In a
because
row.
I was planning to have Leno for these couple of weeks because our fixtures are just so good for Arsenal, at least.
I'm
Wait,
not
no.
playing the bank.
Not for the weirdos who support Chelsea or Man.
Shush.
You don't support Chelsea. Be happy that you're almost top of the league.
Yeah. But Noah,
Can we just-
you were going to get Pope, and then I said I'm getting Leno, and you were like, oh, I should get Leno.
I actually think I said Leno first, then went to Pope because Ludo said it, but then went back to Leno when you said it.
Can
Okay.
we just talk?
I have free will, Joe.
Can we just talk about Chelsea's little slump? Can we say Chelsea have been turning into Arsenal?
Well,
Or-
what I will say is that although Arsenal are clearly in the better form,
Hashtag Frank Lampard out.
you had a very bad run where Arteta was probably going to get sacked. So it's happened.
He was never going to get sacked.
It's happened with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, bad form, Arteta, bad form, Lampard, bad form. So it's just something that you've got to look ahead. And plus, for the people who say Frank Lampard out, I mean, it's a long-term plan. I mean, short term, this might not, we might come 5th, maybe carve out Champions League football, but beware.
I think you might have got Arsenal and Chelsea confused. Mikel Arteta, that is a long-term plan. Frank Lampard, that's just him begging, what's his name, Roman Abramovich or whatever his name is, for 300 more million to spend in the summer transfer window. That's not a plan.
Well, you've spent so much on Aubameyang, Pepe literally never plays. So, it's this podcast would last 3 hours.
Ludo,
you started talking about Pepe.
Ludo, you've spent like 4 more times cash in the transfer market than Arsenal this season. Chelsea,
I know.
Chelsea just made of money.
But you can't just compare players like Havertz and Werner now when the season's halfway through.
They've done nothing for Chelsea.
We'll compare them at the end of the season. Anyways.
Fine, we will. We'll hold you to that, Ludo.
Yeah.
Chelsea is still above Arsenal, 3 points. But it could close. The gap could easily close.
Exactly.
It's getting closer.
Yeah.
Let's steer back.
And when that moment comes, there'll be a big celebration on the FPL podcast chat.
Yeah, we need Johnny back. Just so we outnumber the Chelsea fans.
Indeed.
Let's steer back to the FPL vote. So you said Rashford. Another couple of differential captains I had down were actually Lacazette and Sterling. What do you make of those?
Sterling's been good.
Yeah.
Well, I was debating whether to transfer in De Bruyne or Sterling this week for Brighton. I wasn't sure, but Noah managed to convince me to go for De Bruyne, so hopefully he's right.
Don't hold me responsible for that if it's not right. So who would you choose? Say you have the choice again, all 3 of you actually, De Bruyne or Sterling?
I don't know, because they've both been pretty inconsistent. It'd be hard to choose.
I think I might have actually been swayed, and this is probably a bad thing, by De Bruyne's performance against Chelsea. Because literally, I was watching the match, half-time, De Bruyne scored. I transferred him in literally that second as an impulse. I wanted to avoid the price raise, so I just did it. But I don't know, it might come back to bite me. Sterling could easily haul.
And he's 0.2 mil cheaper or something.
Yeah.
But Kevin De Bruyne, he doesn't actually score that often. He has scored a few, but he just assists loads, and that doesn't get you very many points. Sterling, however, he scores much more often. So I'd probably go with him, but both are very good. So.
But you know what also swayed it was the goal that De Bruyne scored was a huge mess up from Sterling. He had the ball, halfway line, no defenders, ran the whole way, missed it.
No, but he was composed. Half the bad strikers, they would have shot immediately or near to the goal. He actually...
Well, a ruthless striker would have just smashed it into the net, but Sterling decided to clown around.
Right, Ludo, what was the score?
You can't really talk, Ludo. You've got Timo Werner up top.
Well, okay, I'm not saying anything, but it was very calm and composed by Sterling. But if there was nobody there, if De Bruyne wasn't there in that position, then it would have been a big chance missed.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
They would have lost. Fine.
2 up at that. Was it 1-0 up or 2-0 up?
I think that was
3-0, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think they were already 2-0 up by that point.
Yeah.
That probably would have changed the game. But anyway, so obviously this is Man City's really good fixture turn. They've got not only this week, but they've got a good double and a good few weeks after. Are you going to get any Man City players in your team? And who? I'll start actually. Fine. So I am planning. So right now I've got De Bruyne and Cancelo for the blank. Sorry, but come wild card, I think I might stick with them too. Except I might do Cancelo for Diaz, because I think in the long term Diaz is more likely to start, especially with Kyle Walker coming back from COVID.
Yeah.
So I might veer towards him.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, for my wildcard plan, we'll probably do a video on this, but at the moment it's looking like John Stones and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. At the moment, I've got De Bruyne and Cancelo as well. But, I mean, come wildcard next week, I probably will transfer them both out for the cheaper options. So probably De Bruyne to Sterling and then Cancelo to Stones.
yeah.
De Bruyne
Yeah.
to Sterling. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm keeping De Bruyne personally.
Well, I'll see how he plays against Brighton, who gets more points.
Yeah. John Stones is an interesting one because he's got a really good partnership now with Diaz, but he's got some challenges for his position. He's got Laporte, got a couple of defenders coming back from injury, so I'm not sure how long he will keep his place for.
Well, he's been playing really, really well lately.
Yeah, he's a good cheap option for Man City. There aren't many of those, but he's a good one.
Yeah.
Shall we reveal our teams then for
Yeah.
Game Week 18? Start with mine. And like I said, at the moment, a nice... Oh, God, I forgot I had Dyer. That would be 4.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is my nice full team for Game Week 18. No free hit involved. Leno, Stiles, Dyer, Cancelo, of course. Nice back line. Neto, Grealish, De Bruyne, Vice, Fernandes, captain. Son, Kane, and Callum Wilson, who I've held on to just because of this week. I could have ditched him a while ago, but I said no. I kept my discipline. And here he is. Gonna fire in a hat-trick.
I don't think so.
I'm happy with this team. Really happy.
Yeah.
How about Johnny's not so full?
Oh dear. I do have reasons behind my appalling team. First of all, I would like to wait until the FA Cup finishes in case any injuries happen. Is that okay?
Yeah. Fair point.
I'm using bench boost in Going 19, so I want to save as many players who are having the double game week.
Yeah.
And then I'll either captain Fernandes or Salah, which will then hopefully get me at least 40 points. That's optimistic, but there. Then I'm thinking for this week, I want to invest in Ward-Prowse, so I don't really want to transfer him in. But I might take Bamford out or Dallas, because they haven't been on the best form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've still got a relatively strong team there, despite having.
I've got a decently strong team.
Yeah.
I mean, Newcastle are playing Sheffield United, Fernandes and Son, and hopefully some clean sheets from the back. But obviously, if Reguilon and Son don't play, then I'm down to 5 players, which is not a lot. So,
As far as I'm concerned, that's good.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Must
The point-
have to play outfield.
Yeah. The points that you will lose from this game week, you'll probably gain from your bench boost. So
That's what I'm thinking.
And Ludo's team. Another full team.
yeah.
5 at the back.
So I'm playing 5 at the back. So I've got Keane, Cody. So I'm really hoping that the Wolves Everton game will be 0-0. So Reguilon, Diaz, and Maguire. Pretty happy with that. Then we got Son, Fernandes, Rashford, Wilson, and Kane. I know that wild carding may not seem like a good idea, but a point that makes you want to wild card is that if you wild card in game week 19, you can't triple captain. So, there'll be another double game week.
Ludo,
but,
what hit have you taken this week?
a 12 hit, but that's because
So what's the point of using wildcard now if you're
Exactly, the hit was still.
the hit?
Wait, would it?
no.
It would get cancelled, yeah.
I actually read about this. It will get cancelled.
Of course.
So
Really?
yeah, it will get cancelled. So I'm not exactly sure
Well,
yet.
I think that's a pretty solid team. So
Yeah,
I would stick with that.
I don't think you need to wildcard. I mean, all your players are playing,
yeah,
unless Tottenham match gets cancelled.
Yeah, if the Tottenham match gets cancelled, then potentially.
Try not to. Just make
Yeah.
us a deal. Just try not to.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll be wildcarding the next game week, so even if I do, it's not too bad.
We will have to shame you next podcast if you do wildcards. It's podcast policy, unfortunately. I noticed you've gone for Diaz, but apart from that, no De Bruyne, no Sterling.
Well, I'm not
Fine, no?
going to take another hit because this week's all about
Bold
getting above the average, overtaking
And above
Finbar, and just I mean, Finbar's probably not even going to check his team, and he's going to have 2 players playing, so should be an easy.
Dude, that's a bold statement. I remember when we were in school, not in lockdown, you said, right, that's it, I'm not taking any more hits. The next day, you were down to a 72 hit. And me and Noah and Jay, we were just like, it's too much. I think you have a problem. We need to stop taking hits.
He's improving. I'll give him that.
Improving. I'll give him that.
Things change very quickly. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to triple captain in Game Week 19?
Well, potentially, yeah, I will.
Because you could get a lot of points there.
Well, then I can't wildcard, so
yeah.
I'll just.
I seem to remember you saying that you were going to triple Bamford, but I'm struggling to find Bamford. Where is he? You banished him.
Well, because I'm going to be using my wildcard, so yeah.
But if you wildcard, you can't triple.
Yeah, I mean.
Ooh, got decisions to make there.
I mean, I'm not sure, but I'll be thinking about it.
And finally, Jake.
The grand reveal. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with my team. I mean, hopefully the Tottenham Aston Villa match will go ahead, because if not, I'll lose 4 of my players. But I've got my trusty bench. I don't think any of them are playing. So yeah, Fernandez captain, De Bruyne vice. I think both good. Both get possibly a double-figure haul.
Yeah.
Back 3. Hopefully Keane will play. If not, I don't know if Charlie Taylor will play or not.
Yeah.
But he could get many
Can I
points.
just ask, how have all of you managed to get all of your players playing in Game Week 18?
Well,
it's called a plan.
Game week 14.
In Game Week 14, we actually planned. I went backwards from my sort of good Game Week 18 team, and then I just slowly went backwards. But things have changed, fixture postponements and Man United players.
You see, one day over the Christmas holidays, I did a whole plan to get every single one of my players playing in Game Week 19, having a double game week. I spent like an hour doing it.
Yeah.
That I realised. And then I realised none of them were playing Game Week 18. Have the physical energy to do it all over again. So I'm kind of just making it up as I go along now.
That's what I've got. I've got a lovely Excel spreadsheet which I want to show you, but I'm not sure I work like sharing and everything.
No.
But it's top quality.
Sorry,
I didn't need a fancy spreadsheet or anything. I just needed my head.
You also just need a bit of paper, a bit.
I don't have the facilities for that, Jake. Excel is my head.
Anyway, sorry, Jake. We interrupted you. Tell us more about your team.
That was pretty much it. I mean, we've got Neto against Keane, so I don't know if I'm hoping for 0-0 or a Keane goal and a Neto goal, but I don't know. Neither of them are very likely. And then up front, I've got Kane and Calvert-Lewin. I'm on an 8 hit this week, so I'm holding back on making another transfer. I was considering bringing Callum Wilson in for Calvert-Lewin, but they've both been blanking recently, so I'm not so sure.
I'd say avoid the hit and just stick with the DCL, which I think you are doing. So I suppose we should wrap up there. I know we did it on the very first podcast, but we've forgotten about it since. Do you guys remember the biggest hit award?
Oh no!
For each week.
Yeah.
Who is it this week? Not me. I'm on a 4.
I think it's me.
1-0.
12 hit.
Oh yeah, Ludo wins.
But actually,
8.
I'm on a 12. 12, yeah.
2 wins from 2 for Ludo, doing better than Chelsea. Wow.
I'm invincible in the competition. Yeah,
You're not invincible.
as I
Arsenal.
said, as I said, I'm very proud. I'm very proud to win it. We've seen consistency in this competition.
Ludo, I think
So,
what you don't understand, FPL isn't golf. The lowest score doesn't win. It's the highest score which wins.
Yeah.
It actually brings your score down.
Yeah. Anyways, I might be taking my wild card, but still to be decided.
No, I think Ludo's very good, so I give him that.
We'll have to take the award away from you if you wildcard, because that's a 0 hit.
Yeah, but still, no.
Your choice, award or a decent team?
I want a triple captain. Game week 19, so we'll see about that.
There will be 1 week where Ludo just gets like 1 billion points. It plays off. I tell you that.
Yeah.
Remember when you tried to do bench boost and said you're going to get 150 points or something?
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't a few matches get postponed or something. It
yeah, the Villa game got postponed, so.
We'll go with that. Okay. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll end it there. Of course, you haven't seen on the earlier slide, but we have a new logo, brand new logo, fresh. So thanks to advertab.net. That is advertab.net for the logo. You can see it there. Lovely logo in the top corner. Beautiful. So that's our news. We'll have another podcast in sometime next week discussing game week 19 and the joy of the wild card. Thank you, Johnny, for joining us. Pleasure having you.
Yeah, pleasure having.
If Arsenal ever beat Chelsea again, we'll have to get you back on the show just to tease Ludo.
Indeed.
We'll be in touch when that happens. Thank you all for listening. Hope you've planned as well as we have for game week 18. If you haven't, then have. I'll just read out the game week 18 fixtures. 6 of them, of course. Sheffield United, Newcastle, Burnley United, Wolves, Everton on Tuesday. Man City, Brighton, Villa, Spurs, maybe on Wednesday. And on Thursday, Arsenal, Palace. And game week 19 starts the day after that. The game week 18 deadline to watch out for is on Tuesday at 4:30. So get your teams done by then. And that's about it. So enjoy game week 18. Enjoy the sight of a full fantasy team.
Enjoy lockdown.
Yep, fun. And that's it from us. Bye-bye.
Have a nice life.
Bye.
Bye.